You want help?
It's good to be a midget sometimes. The advantage is of seeing a midget in short.
One by one. It's very small.
Okay. We have everybody by one by one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This place is smelling nice, eh?
Take off your hat, sir.
Main head. Main.
Yes, good. We are in the Nativity Church, which is considered one of the oldest churches all over the world. What is the Nativity Church? Who was born here?
Jesus Christ.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Why?
We read in the Bible. We read in the Bible.
Good. It's written in the Bible. Sir, please take off your hat. It's written in the Bible, but are we sure it is the exact place? This is the most important question now, right?
He was born in the barn.
Yes, of course. But in this grotto, are you sure?
No.
I don't know.
You don't know. I will explain to you now.
Okay.
We are sure about 99.99%. Okay? Why? 135 AD, after Jesus Christ, there was the Roman Empire, whose name was Adrian, who was persecuting all the Christians all over the world, especially in this area. The Christians at that moment, they used to gather and they used to celebrate in a secret way, because if they were public, they would be killed. Adrian was very smart. He followed them, and he recognized the exact place where these Christians were gathering for their prayers. And he decided to build a paganism temple in the exact place in order that the coming generations would forget. He thought that the coming generations would say, this is a paganism temple, nothing to do for the Christians, right? But what happened was exactly the contrary. All the Christians in this area, they started saying, the paganism temple means the exact place where Jesus Christ was born. So, instead of canceling the traces of birth, he marked them in indirect. 135 until 313. 313, that was a very important date. That's when Constantine, the son of Saint Helen, the Emperor Constantine, decided that Christianism could be freedom religion for everybody. So they started practicing without any problem. 328, Saint Helen, the mother of Emperor Constantine, she came here and she decided to build three important churches. Three important churches. Nativity Church, place of birth, the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, and the Pater Noster, the church where he said, Our Father.
Good morning. No.
It's my friend. He's a Russian. She wanted to be sure that this is the exact place. So she asked to have the traces. The first thing she asked for was the paganism temple since the time of Adrian. When she found the paganism temple over here, she said, Jesus Christ could be born a meter ahead or a meter behind, but he must be born in this cave. That's why we say 99.99%. We are not sure 100% about the exact spot, but in this area, yes.
In this part.
In this grotto. 328, she started building the first church, which was completely different regarding the shape. Unfortunately, it was burned and damaged by the Samaritans. That was 529. When the Samaritans, do you know who are the Samaritans? Have you ever heard about them? The Good Samaritan?
Yeah.
Who is he? What did he do? What did he do? Why Jesus Christ named him? He did something really strange.
Yeah, he helped a sick man on the road or something like that.
He helped his enemy. He helped the Jew. Right? Yes. That was uncommon. Nobody believed that a Samaritan could help a Jew. And he was the only one who stopped and helped him. So, the Samaritans were persecuted as well. 529, they arrived from Samaria, from Nablus, from Shechem to here. And they burned. It was the only time when this church was damaged. It was not destroyed, but was burned. 562, that was the time of Justinian. He was a very important Byzantine emperor who renewed the church and changed the shape of the construction. This church, it's not only called the Nativity Church, but it's also called the Justinian Church. Why? Because it's the only church which was not damaged since 562. It is the original church since 562. All the other churches in the Holy Land were completely or partly destroyed in 614 when the Persians arrived here and they destroyed everything. Except for this one. Why? On the facade of the church, there was an image showing Melchior, Balthasar, and Gaspar. Who are they? The three kings. In the Bible it's written, the three kings, they came from the east. So most probably they were Persians. The Persian soldiers recognized them to their coat. They say, this place was visited by our kings. So let's respect it. Of course, not for the birth of Jesus Christ. They were pagans. So they respect and they did not destroy this church. That's why we say it is the only church which was not destroyed. Are you following?
Yes.
Good. 638, the Muslims arrived by Omar. Muslims all over the world, they do believe on birth of Jesus Christ and they considered him a prophet.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So Omar wanted to honor the birth of this prophet and he prayed inside the church. And there was a small mosque actually at the right corner over there until the Crusaders. The Crusaders, 1099, they arrived here and they changed everything. They freed the Holy Land from the Muslims era, and they controlled again the Nativity Church. I'm talking about the Nativity Church actually now, I'm not talking about the other churches. And they put the mosaics on the walls that was to facilitate the comprehension of the Bible for the illiterate people. What does that mean? At that time, not everybody used and was able to read and to understand the Holy Bible. But through the images, through the miracles, through what happened during the life of Jesus Christ, was much easier for everybody to understand what Christianism was all about. Right? Right. So they started putting the mosaics. These mosaics came back to the Crusaders era. 1187. 1187, that was the time of Salah. Another time, the authority, the power, went from the hands of the Crusaders, between brackets, Christians, to the hands of the Muslims. But Salahuddin also respected this place. Baldwin the First, Baldwin the Second, who were the two kings of the Second Crusaders, when they came back, they were grounded inside this church. That means they used to have this church not only for religious processions, but also as a castle, political castle for them. That was really important for them all the time. Sorry. I'm talking now just giving you not all the details, because otherwise you would be lost. 1517 until the end of the First World War. When was it? When did it end? The First World War, 1917, right? Are you following?
Yes, you forgot.
For 400 years, we have got here the Ottomans, the Turks. One of the most important things regarding this church was the status quo. Please concentrate a little bit now. Pay attention, because it's really important. You probably have heard this word, status quo.
Yeah.
Right? What does that mean? That means Nativity Church, Holy Sepulchre, Dormition, the Assumption of Virgin Mary, just close to the Gethsemane in Jerusalem. These churches were divided between three important communities, who are Greek Orthodox, Armenians Orthodox, and Catholics, Christian Catholics, no? Latin Catholics. Why? Because they were fighting between them, and everybody wanted to control these three important churches in the Holy Land. In the Holy Sepulchre, we have got these three communities, and we have got also three minor communities. Here, for example, we have got, they divided this church, this whole area, and the right corner for the Greek Orthodox. The left corner over there is for the Armenian Orthodox. The Catholics, they have got 2 square meters down, which is called the manger. Because after he was born, they laid him in a manger, right? As it's written in the Bible. And of course, till now, everybody has got to respect his limits. Otherwise, it doesn't work. They would fight again. I don't want to give you all the details, but if you want any question, please feel free. It was just to give you an idea about the importance of this church. Right? Please feel free to ask before we go to the grotto, to the place of death. Have you got any question? Was I clear?
Very clear. Crystal clear.
Good. Okay, this Russian group. Okay, let them go first.